Oh, this one's going out to the people with spiky bits. And we're talking about me burning my magic cards. I thought the reason why I was doing it was fucking fairly self-explanatory, but apparently people thought I was triggered. Oh, no, that's a form of protest. I'm protesting the selective enforcement against harassment in the Magic the Gathering community. First off, the Magic the Gathering community selectively enforces the rules that these supposed guidelines that people follow. I myself have been victimized on a particular occasion where I lost thousands of dollars of cards, and I didn't expect the people at Wizards of the Coast to do anything about it because there's no evidence to do anything about it. But the people who were in a position to do these things, to do something about it, were actually the people perpetrating these misdeeds. And this gets to what's the problem here, because Wizards of the Coast is actually siding with somebody who's and spikybits also siding with somebody who actively campaigned to harass a Magic player. The Magic player, what he did was not care about cosplay. Yeah, he was a salty dick to some people, and yeah, he got in Twitter wars with motherfuckers because, you know, they tweet back and forth at each other salty shit. You know, as far as I'm concerned, if they were rolling in the dirt on Twitter with each other, that, you know, that's all a wash. The Miss Marple, or whatever the fuck her name is, the lady who quit doing Magic the Gathering cosplay. No, there's no targeted campaigns. What he said was, lingerie is cosplay, and he doesn't give a shit about cosplay. What people are getting mad about is people not giving a fuck that other people do a thing. So sue us. We don't care that you do cosplay. We're not telling you not to be a cosplay nerd. Sure, some people are, but we're not actively marshaling these people like the people who are supposedly acting in defense when it is not actually the case. They are aggressively formulating schemes to try to ruin somebody's life. And Rob Bear is the fucking knowingly or tacitly approving these things of selectively choosing who harasses who based off of some pseudo-moral codex that he has. The idea, Rob, Rob, I believe that you haven't looked into this too much. And I think that you guys over at Spiky Bits aren't bad people. You just have a business to maintain, and you're trying to keep up appearances. Here's the thing. None of us, I'm on the side of people leaving with unsleeved media. None of us ever want anybody to be harassed about anything. Like I said, I don't care if you do magic. Part of me not giving a fuck is not giving a fuck enough to tell people to harass them, because that would mean I gave a little bit of a shit. The biggest shit I give is because sometimes I fap to cosplay, sexy cosplays on Pornhub. Sometimes I jerk off to them. And that's the biggest difference it makes in my life. I don't follow cosplay people on fucking Instagram or whatever. If you do, I don't give a shit. Neither do the rest of us. But don't get mad at us because we don't give a fuck about what you guys do. Do you give a shit about what I do in my free time? No, I don't expect you to, because I'm not an egotistical dickbag like that. That's the thing. Is there's a side of people here who are saying, we don't give a fuck what you do. We're not going to comment on what you do. We're not going to tell you not what to do. We think it's, we may think it's a titillating form of undergarments, which is to me, it's exactly what cosplay is. It is 1000% lingerie. Like, not all cosplay is lingerie, but it's like the 90s internet, most of it's porn. That's where it is right now. Most of it, from what I see, it's just like titties popping out, like half a cooter hanging out. You get where I'm going with this. It isn't that we want these people to quit playing Magic. It isn't that we want these people to quit cosplaying. We just don't want these people to pretend like we have to give a shit. Because we don't. The only thing we give a shit about is playing our damn games. I don't give a fuck if you cosplay Warhammer. I'm glad that you do. One of my friends is playing cosplaying Warhammer soon. I think that's great. But at the same time, I didn't try to convince them to cosplay Warhammer. I just approve of their actions. Because, like I said, I don't give a shit about cosplay. When they were like, hey, I want to go cosplay something, I didn't add into anything. Because I was like, whatever, they're going to do whatever they want. Sounds fun. And that's the thing. We don't care what you do in your free time. None of us do. We might shit on it. Most of it. Hey, Rob, haven't you basically shit on everything in your lifetime? You know, you're sitting around cracking jokes, trying to be entertaining. You take a dump on something you know you don't really give that much of a fuck about. But this, for the sake of making a joke, you take a dump on it. Haven't we all done that? Are we? Oh, let he who is blameless cast the first stone in that scenario. Let's get into something else, because we're missing another key point here. It's being kind versus being nice. I'm not a very nice person. I am extremely blunt. I don't parse words, and if I don't have anything to say, I don't fucking say anything. So people think I'm not very nice, which most of the time I'd have to agree with. Yeah, there's a difference between being nice and being kind. I go out of my way to be kind to people. Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking hold back my opinion, but I'm also not gonna fuck you over behind your back. Cause that's the thing. Being nice is what you do. Hey, how you doing today? Oh, I'm smiling in your face, pretending everything's all good. That's being nice. Being kind is doing right by somebody when they don't fucking know you're doing right by them. So there's a difference there. You can be nice to somebody every day of your life and still be extremely unkind, and you can be me and be mostly an asshole and be just be as kind as, try to be as kind as you can be. Because they're not the same thing. They're different. There's different actions, that's why they're different words, man. So, Robbie, I hope getting into the difference between being nice, being kind, and the selective enforcement that's happening in the Magic the Gathering community, because while these people who are on one side are being kind, are being nice, and they're saying the right things, they're being extremely unkind. And on the other side, we're not very nice, but we're also not being unkind. We're not trying to target harassments, which is the kind thing to do. We're saying our opinion, which is the rude thing to do. They're being nice and couching their opinion, hiding it, but also simultaneously trying to ruin people's lives. So they're being nice and being unkind. We're being rude, but being kind. There's a separation there. And this is I think the whole thing behind the entire SJW argument is people keeping up appearances of being nice versus living the deeds and being kind. And they want people to be nice, and they don't give a shit if people are kind as long as they are nice and toe the line. Have a nice day.